How's it going, everybody? It's Pride here, and welcome back to another video. Another Q&A video, specifically one that is going to be focusing on Dark Souls Remastered. All questions about the remaster. I maybe should have done this about a week ago while the hype was full, but I'm sure people are still pretty hyped about the game, but it has died down a little bit, which is good, because we still don't know if it's going to be good or not. Now, I'm talking about the remaster specifically. Obviously, Dark Souls 1 is going to be fucking awesome, but first of all, let's start off with the most asked question. There wasn't any other question that did get asked more than this, and that is, hey, did you know Dark Souls Remastered is coming out? Yeah, that is the thing I got asked the most, literally for the past week. Even now when I stream sometimes, I still get, hey, Prod, you hear about Dark Souls Remastered? And I just want to say, I just found out about it today. But the first question asks, will you be doing a full playthrough on the remaster similar to Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne? And the answer is yes. I will definitely be doing a playthrough on the remaster. It was actually pretty perfect because recently I was actually going to start a new playthrough. After I did all the DLCs, which I obviously did finish already, for Dark Souls 2, I was going to do a playthrough on the Dark Souls 1. And I was kind of hesitant because I was like, I don't know if I really want to play this on Xbox One. I'll probably just play it on PC. And then, boom, like a week after I was thinking about that, Dark Souls 1 Remastered is announced. So did they make it for me specifically? I don't know. But you can kind of guess that it's a yeah. But I definitely will be doing a full playthrough similar to my other playthroughs, fully edited, and also on Twitch. So be sure to follow me if you want to watch that when that happens. Another question that I did get asked a bunch is if I actually have played Dark Souls before. And I have. It's understandable that people think I haven't played it since I pretty much only uploaded Dark Souls 3, and that's kind of where I started my channel. But I have played Dark Souls 1, I played that. I've said this before, but when they gave it away like for free on Xbox Live like 3 years ago? Somewhere like 4 years ago, something like that. And that's what really got me into Dark Souls. So I did play Dark Souls 1, completed it, played the DLC, completed that. Immediately went out, bought Dark Souls 2, completed that. Bloodborne, all that after I got a PS4, and then a very short amount of time after that, Dark Souls 3 got announced. So for me, it was pretty perfect. But what I haven't played is versions that are like 60 frames per second. Usually they are a steady 20, 25 frames per second on console. You know, I haven't played it on PC with all the Dark Souls fix mods and stuff like that. So I'm super pumped to actually get to play it like that for the first time. Technically, I guess this is like a whole new experience for me personally. What are your thoughts on cut content making it into the remaster? Do you think it could happen? I really don't think they're going to be adding anything that's unfinished to the game. I'm pretty sure it is going to just stay the way it is. Again, From Software is not making the remaster. Obviously, they are busy making their new game, The Shadows Die Twice, which we still haven't heard anything about. But it is going to be another studio, another company that is hired to make remasters, probably, that is going to be working on this. They're definitely not going to see an area and be like, that's incomplete. You know what, let's finish that. Unless maybe Bandai Namco says, you know what, here's a bunch of extra money. Can you finish these areas? I don't think they would do that, though, especially since maybe they know the vision of Miyazaki and the From Software team on what they actually wanted to do with those areas. It would be awesome, and I would really like that, because there's a bunch of places like Izalith with the 25 dinosaurs that are down there that is pretty much unfinished, which would be awesome to see a fully realized version and exactly what they wanted to do with that area. But I really don't think that is going to happen. We got the Kid Snatcher in Dark Souls 3, we got Senior in Dark Souls 2, we getting Junior in Dark Souls 1? Now Junior is a character that I have, you know, for the Kid Snatcher. I do kind of have this continuation for this fucking dumb character. First of all, started on Dark Souls 3, Kid Snatcher, then we had the Kid Snatcher Senior for Dark Souls 2. Well, before that, it was Dark Souls Junior, which I have in Bloodborne. That is the grandma. Her name is Dark Souls Junior, or Kid Snatcher Junior, my bad. Did I just say Dark Souls fucking Junior? But that is that character's name. And I don't know, I would probably consider that part of the Kid Snatcher canon, which, again, the book is going to be coming out soon. I'm not entirely sure what I have planned so far, but I'm sure I'll think of something as time passes. We still got about 4 months after all. Will you be making videos on it for as long as you have been making Dark Souls 3 videos? Now, I definitely don't know about that, because Dark Souls 3 has kind of been unique to me, considering I've been kind of steadily climbing, you know, it's been kind of growing and growing and growing. I probably made 200 Dark Souls 3 videos before I started, you know, getting like over 10,000 views on each video. You know, I made a bunch before then, and then again, it started growing and growing, and more people were interested in the videos and on my channel. And ever since then, I have kind of been on a mission to make a video with every single weapon in the game, or at least every single weapon that is kind of unique. There are some weapons that are, it's like, you know, there's these 10 weapons that all have the exact same moveset, except the color is a little bit different. You know, I don't use every single one of those weapons, but for the most part, I have pretty much used anything and everything in Dark Souls 3 except boss. I definitely do plan on making a ton of Dark Souls 1 Remastered videos. I already could see myself using, again, every single weapon in a video. It probably has been done before. I don't know if it's going to keep steadily climbing, especially for YouTube channels. This mainly concerns, you know, YouTube channels. It can either be kind of like, oh, we've seen this before. We don't really want to watch this. You know, Dark Souls 1 has been out for years and years now. It's going to be a lot tougher, by the way, for people who do PvE challenge runs. There's going to be a bunch at first, and then it's going to be like, it's all stuff that I've done before. I don't know if I really want to do more of it, unless they do add new things to the game. But it could be a similar situation for PvP videos. Or there could be a giant new audience that is going to be looking at videos for this game, both PvE and PvP, because of the huge Nintendo audience that is going to be playing it for the first time, by the way. That is, of course, if they've never had any consoles before. And obviously, people who are interested in Dark Souls 3, there's still a huge audience. I mean, go and look at Fighters' views, and that'll show you what type of audience is still curious about Dark Souls 3 PvP. So all those people are going to be coming into Dark Souls 1 Remastered. All the new people, all the old people that maybe stopped watching videos because they don't really enjoy Dark Souls 3. There's a good chance that Dark Souls 1 Remastered could be the most popular Dark Souls game yet. Again, it's a big maybe. If it is done well, there is a pretty good chance for that. So as long as that happens, then you could definitely expect a long life for Dark Souls Remastered on my channel. At least until, of course, Shadows die twice. Or is it 3 times? Did they change it to 3 times? I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't been keeping up. Another big question, which console will I be playing it on? I was a little bit uncertain about this, but it'll most likely be both Xbox One and PS4 again. Primarily PS4, since I can have back saves. You know, I could save a character at soul level 50, at soul level 100, 120, the different levels, so I could pretty much constantly invade on all those different ones. Because I will be playing a shit ton of Arena, which is probably going to be in this game with dedicated servers. And since there is probably not going to be a place to respec yourself, yeah, I'm going to have multiple characters this time around. And when it comes to PC, the way I look at it is, well, Dark Souls 1 Remastered is pretty much already on PC. So I don't know if I'll be playing it on that much, especially with the hackers. You know what I mean? I mean, look at what I got with Dark Souls 3. That's going to be even way more ridiculous. So I think I'll stick to console where hacking is a lot less prevalent. Would you be up to doing challenge runs on Dark Souls Remastered or just a normal run through? Now, again, I've never really done much PvE stuff. You know, I've never done challenge runs, fucking broken weapon runs, fist runs, stuff like that. I prefer sticking to PvE. The way I look at it was, oh, I'm a PvP channel. Even if I do this, there's probably not going to be a ton of interest in it, besides just skipping to all the bosses and seeing how I do on that. But I think I will probably be doing some challenge runs on this game, at least maybe even just for highlight videos and you know, fun Twitch streams. It could be fun, but it probably won't be super often. Do you think it will receive the Scholarly First Sin treatment or be a straight port with updated frames per second graphics, servers, and such? I definitely don't think it's going to be getting the Scholarly First Sin treatment. It's kind of a bummer. It would be cool to see some new unique enemy placements, different enemies, stuff like that. But then you could also say, oh, this is, you know, this is kind of boring. It's not really the original. We wanted the original. which I feel like nobody would say that because, well, we still have the original. It's not like you can't play it anymore once this comes out. So having new things would be awesome, but it's definitely not going to be getting that. I really am pretty sure that it's not going to be getting that. And by the way, we are getting updated frames per second. Obviously, we're getting to 60 frames per second, but when it comes to the graphics, I believe even myself, in the video that I made about the Dark Souls 3 info, I did talk about the updated graphics. Those were just rumors and speculations at the time, I guess, because I'm pretty sure Bandai Namco said specifically that we weren't going to be getting this game, you know, like updated Dark Souls 3 graphics or something like that. You know, it's pretty much just going to be like HD graphic. Like, imagine the PC version on consoles. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. Some people might be like, oh, that's a bummer. That sucks. I ain't playing this shit. But for me, I'm pretty excited about that still. I don't really feel like playing it on PC. I want to play it on console with a way bigger audience. So definitely do not expect the updated graphics. When it comes to the dedicated servers, do not expect that for everything besides maybe just Arena. Maybe even just the new game types that they are going to have, which is probably going to be like 3v3 and brawls and stuff like that. Now this is a pretty simple question to answer. Do you think DLC will be included with the remaster? Yes, they already did answer that, but again, at the time that I was getting these questions, it had only just been announced about a day after. That's why I said maybe I should have done this a week ago. But yes, in case you were wondering, the DLC will be included with the remaster. Do you think they would change the summoning system to be like Dark Souls 3? Or do you think they'll keep it as it was in the original? I do believe it is going to be as the original. I don't think they're going to take on the summoning system and the invading system of Dark Souls 3, which is obviously the most current game. At least I really hope they don't, because Dark Souls 1 invasions are going to be a bummer if they do, because you won't be able to invade people as soon as they kill a boss, which is probably one of my most hated mechanics for Dark Souls 3, if not the most hated mechanic that I do have in my mind, because it does close off invasions. After like a month of playing the game, you won't be able to get any invasions, apart from people very early on in the game, like soul level 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, all these are still pretty active, by the way. Those are definitely the best places to invade. Actually, new people who don't just sit there in the same spot and are like, alright, I'm here to gank. Looking like Havel the monster with a heart on and shit. You know, just waiting for me to die. With him and freaking Brisky, you know, his name Brisky. That's a name, by the way. So yeah, I wouldn't expect anything new when it comes to the summoning systems, the levels, and all that shit to be carried over from Dark Souls 3. That is going to be Dark Souls 1 in all its glory. Do you think that they should leave out omnidirectional rolling to keep the remaster as close to the original mechanically as possible? I think if they kept it, the game would be glorified DLC for Dark Souls 3. I don't agree at all with that last statement, but yes, I do think they should have omnidirectional rolling. The current system for rolling in Dark Souls 1, where you could only roll in 4 directions, it's so outdated, man. Like, look at how smooth the PvP is in Dark Souls 3. At least, you know, the servers and the hitboxes, the lag, all that might be kind of ugh for Dark Souls 3. But when it comes to the gameplay and the rolling itself, it's pretty spot on and enjoyable. Feels fast-paced because it is fast-paced. Dark Souls 1 Remastered is definitely going to be a lot slower paced than Dark Souls 3 is. But omnidirectional rolling, I think, would help out a ton with that. It's going to be really damn weird, especially for newer people, to go back to this game and be like, what the f, the rolling's all weird. And it might even throw them off, because I definitely prefer omnidirectional rolling to what we see in Dark Souls 1. Which is probably the one that I would ask you guys. Would you guys want that in the remastered? I feel like most people would agree that it's kind of outdated, you know? Get with the times, Miyazaki. And for the final question, do you think the point down will remain a ganker favorite, or will, well, what is it, return in full force? You know what? I do think it's going to be a nice, healthy mixture of both. Right, we're gonna get some point down, we're gonna get some of the, well, what is it? You're definitely gonna have to pick sides, like a gang in prison. You don't wanna get mixed up. You might have to get a tattoo of whichever one you pick. But I'm gonna be sticking with the point down when I kill all those fucking gankers. Because man, I'm excited for some gang spanking in this game. I've never really done it. So it is gonna be a new experience for myself personally. Same goes, maybe, with a lot of you people, because I never really played PvP on Dark Souls 1, so I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped to be a noob again. Well, I'm more of a noob. If you look at my gameplay, you'd imagine I was still a fucking noob in Dark Souls 3, but it'll be even worse when Dark Souls 1 Remastered comes out, but I'm excited for it. Either way, that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like on the video if you made it this far. It means a lot, helps out the channel, and I hope you guys have a good day. Peace, everybody.